Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another Devasiamentality streams. Sonic Adventure 130 Emblems. With the cleanup episode that I promised last week, but for some reason never got around to. And because I haven't caught up on Tomb Raider this week, yeah, that's what we're doing here instead. The cleanup episode. Because, well, technically, I have completed all 130 emblems that are available in Sonic Adventure 1 and attained my prize for it. Yeah. We're not done, technically, at least as far as 100% completion goes. You still have to complete all the missions, finish all of Metal Sonic's stuff, which is redundant as it is and isn't necessary. I want to do anyway. So, yeah. As far as anyone's concerned, this is that useless episode at the end that only exists to sort of tie things up. If you don't want to be here watching this, I don't blame you. But, yeah. That's all this is for this week. I'm not sure about next week, because again, I have to get caught up on Tomb Raider, and I have not played Tomb Raider in a while. And with that said, also next week, next week is the 28th. So it'll be my only chance to do anything Tomb Raider before I start doing anything Halloween related. So I'm not sure what I'll do next week. I do need to get caught up in completing Zionic Front at some point. But yeah, again, as far as this particular session is concerned, nothing important. We've already gotten all the emblems. All we have to do is finish. All I have left to do is to finish off those one or two small things. Well, I say one or two. It's a little bit more than one or two. Just a couple of small things. Just a couple. To say that we have this game 100% completed. That said, let's actually get into... Let's switch over to this. Why does it always do that? And boot up Sonic Adventure.
Select a file.
Alright, hang on. Shifting some things around so that I can have a better view of what I'm doing. Again, I don't expect much out of tonight's particular session since all we're doing is clean up.
Which character?
Unfortunately, Big is one such character that we're going to have to do missions for. And with that in mind, I'm going to look at the missions FAQ, because Lord knows I do not care enough to actually remember any of this stuff. Alright. Big has 4 more freaking missions. 35, 44, 52, and 60. I also need yet to complete Tails' final mission. Tails' final mission, Mission 54, which I freaking hate. But yeah, let's first of all see where the remaining mission cards are so that we can actually get them. Mission 35. The mission object is in the back of the east cave behind the pile of dirt and leaves where Knuckles dug up the monkey destruction switch. So we have to go all the way over there.
The train headed for the Mystic Ruins will be departing soon.
Oh, it better be. Screw these stairs. Oh, what happens to this stupid... There we go. Always have to make sure I have the window highlighted. Why would they put something all the way over here? Oh, lovely. Another fishing mission. We love fishing missions, don't we? We love fishins. Alright. Number 44 is on the egg carrier deck. Number 52 is in...
Hey, I'm kind of hungry.
So am I, Big. I don't care. I'm trying to list this. Why didn't I pause the game? Let's see. Mission object is at Big's house. Frickin' fantastic. At the station, jump on top of the train and go to its front. The mission object is on the tracks. They put all of Big's mission items in the most awkward, out-of-the-way places for this big lummox to get to. Come on. I did. Again, why? Move, you big lummox. And you're all the way at the bottom. Fantastic. Hey, fish. Fish. See the lure? See the lure? Fish. You see the fucking lure? Come on, you stupid fish. Hey, stupid fish. Stupid fish. That's it. That's it. Come on. Yeah, swim this way. Make my life easy. Please. Come on, let's just get this over with. I don't heckin' care. I don't need more fish in my life. Why do you do that to me? No, don't do that. I don't care. I just want to go to where this big dino skull is so that I can get the mission so I can get done with this. See, the dino skull is over there. Just get over there and be done with it. Fish you all. This isn't where the dino skull is. Do I feel better now? Well, yeah, I definitely feel better than I did this last week. Still not 100%, but I guess 75 is better than nothing. What are you doing? Pick up and throw. Throw. My gosh. That cat can toss when he wants to. Mission clear! Now I can get the heck out of here. Alright, next step, going to Big's house.
The train headed for Station Square will be departing soon.
Yeah, well, we're not going to Station Square. We're going to Big's house, which is in the middle of the freaking jungle. You know, I believe there's actually a mod that eradicates the jungle itself. I frickin' deforest the whole darn thing. I feel like I should install that mod just to save myself from grief. What does it feel like any turn I make in this jungle is the wrong way? Come on, you blubberbutt. You leave your power, you leave your fishing pole behind here the first time. Now I have to come all the way back for... Oh, no. What the heck? I picked up his bed, but the button is still there! What is the point? And now I can't even pick the button up. But, no, I can't. This is normal, yes. Everything is normal when it comes to Big the Fat. Okay. Oh my god, it gives me 3 minutes to find 3 flags. I don't even know where to begin. No, what am I saying? I know where to begin. They're probably all hidden in very obvious spots. Obvious being relative to where you're most likely to find a hidden area in this stupid jungle. Or not. A big mission's F. Oh, man. Okay. So there was no flag there. What about over here? Where even am I? Oh, I'm on the way back to the house. Fantastic! Can I at least find one? So that I know where it is for when I start this thing over next time? Have you seen a flag around here? Is there a flag here? I don't see any flags here. God, I feel like I'm making an Ed voice rather than a big voice. Got not a sign of even one of them. I just hate games get confusing. Yeah, I know. I just... Ugh! Alright. Alright. Time over. Is there a flag here? How am I even supposed to tell the difference between a flag and a tree? Is there anything over here? Aside from a nice view. Aha! One flag! Jeez. Is there a flag here? Yes, there is! There wasn't a flag in the one place that I thought there'd be, but there's one here. Alright, one more. If they're all gonna be here on the far side of the... They're all gonna be here on the far side of the jungle. Nope. God, what the heck is this? Oh. Who freaking raw? They were all just on the far side of the jungle. That's no good to me. Okay. Time to once again demonstrate one of the stupidest freaking things in this game. Out of all the things that Big could potentially be fast at. Climbing ladders. He is the fastest ladder climber in the entire freaking game. Why?
The train headed for Station Square will be departing soon.
Alright. Last mission, and we have to go to the egg carrier. Oh, you fat fuck.
The train headed for Station Square will be departing soon.
Don't you fall through the freaking thing again. Alright. I know that it's on the egg carrier deck, but I also noticed that the mission thing said, the mission prompt said it was somewhere on the deck. Go to the right side of the structure containing the pool. The mission object is all the way. Why? Again, do you have to put all of Big's mission cards at the back? In a place that the Big wouldn't even bother with. Duh. I have to go out of my way for all this nonsense, don't I? Because I'm the big lumbering idiot. What are your thoughts on the 3 Sonic cartoons? I think Sonic X was better. 3? There weren't just 3. That's part of the problem with your statement right there. There was, let's see. There was Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog, Sonic Saturday Morning, Sonic Underground, Sonic X, Sonic Boom. If you want to count the OVA. Am I forgetting something? Either way, I enjoy the Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog for what it is, a little bit more than most other Sonic Western Sonic series. I don't take it seriously. I don't care to take it seriously. It is just random nonsense, and of course, it is full of some of the most hilariously memeable stuff in the entire franchise. Is someone talking to me? Hello? Someone saying something at me? Just a second. Well, that was a bit awkward. My brother brought me food. Chicken... I forgot what he called it. Either way, it's stuffed... deep-fried chicken stuffed with broccoli, cheese, probably some spinach and artichoke, served over a plate of rice. I have a drink here. I'm going to let this cool. And in the meantime, what's going on? What do you mean, error? What do you mean, error? What do you mean, error? Okay, there we go. What is your favorite part of Transformers the movie? Ooh. You know what? It's hard for me to say, but I definitely, and I'm not saying this just to appease anyone or anything, but I think my favorite part of the entire film is Unicron's transformation sequence and the music that goes with it. Like, Unicron's theme in general is just bone-chilling. But that whole sequence of seeing a giant mechanical planet turn into the biggest monstrosity that, up to that point, anyone had ever seen, and his comment about,
For a time, I had considered sparing your planet, Cybertron. But now, you shall witness its dismemberment.
all that with the music going on, that's just that's probably one of the most frightening things I probably saw as a child, besides It and some of the other scary movies that I don't necessarily remember. I have completely forgotten what my last mission was. No, that's not it. Keeper of the right. Where are you? There you are.
Something's biting! I got a stick!
That was ridiculously easy. Like, what the heck? Seriously? Alright, let's see. That is all but one mission cleared.
Here I come, Sonic!
And this the last mission in question. Trapped in the Armada toy's body. Well, for now, Lord knows you'll probably get another toy eventually. I don't know. I like the Armada toy Unicron. It's not perfect.
All right, Tails!
Although, when you have the one that has the anniversary version's head, it's a little bit better. that said, I am aware that it is
Hooray!
a marvel of engineering to even have something that we're... What am I trying to say? Engineering-wise, it is pathetic. It is basically just... Tuck your arms back and fold your legs up over your back.
All right, Tails.
And then put a shell over it. Because
See you
the
later,
Armada
Tails.
toy is... Well, the great big shell former. Still probably one of the better things to come out of the Armada toy line in general when you think about it. When you look at all the the one thing that anyone can even remember about the Transformers Armada series is how it was so gimmick-laden for mini-cons. And as a result, a lot of things just ended up getting left to the wayside, like articulation and intelligent design. I mean, Transformers Armada Sideswipe. Need I say more? Sod.
Come on, Tails. See you later, Tails. Hooray!
Like, I don't know what else to say. Transformers Armada. I never owned Sideswipe. I never owned the Armada Sideswipe toy. I don't think I even ever actually saw the Sideswipe toy on shelves as part of the problem. But, Lord, I looked at his design in the show when he turned up, and I was just like, okay, I've seen how awkward a lot of the other things that we've gotten out of this line is. That looks... That just looks like it's going to be a problem, and then, lo and behold, it was awful. And this is coming from someone who owned the original Hot Shot. Please slow down. Jesus criminy Christmas.
Come on, Tails. All right, Tails. Hooray!
Although, to be perfectly honest, what am I trying to say? Back to the subject of Transformers Armada. That whole series was a nightmare. If you watch the dub version, like the animation in general was of a lot of questionable quality, but you listen to the English dub and it's just a lot of the time the translation issues are just so glaringly awful. Like, how many times did they call certain minicons either Leader 1 or Grinder, who were neither Leader 1 nor Grinder?
See you later, Tails.
Okay.
All
What?
right, Tails.
Jiminy Christmas!
Come on, Tails. All right, Tails.
I hate this mission. Like, I don't get what's going on here. Why is a Tails mission? Why is a Tails mission giving me so much grief compared to one of Big's? Is there any way to get off this godforsaken board?
All right, Tails.
Is there no way to get off this godforsaken board except at the bottom of the hill?
You made it.
Ah!
See you later, Tails.
If you take a look at my face, you see I had facial hair. Soul Transformers had facial hair, even Scourge.
Come on.
Yeah, I noticed that. Although I'm not sure how prominent it is on the original Armada version compared to the newer head of the anniversary variation. And then, of course, there's the whole kerfuffle over the new Unicron, its chin piece not necessarily being the pointed tips that it was supposed to have. Although, considering that the goatee was kind of a last-minute addition to the character model. Come on. Oh, I've got a bad feeling about this. Oh no.
Hey.
I don't care, Sonic. Oh, please!
Right, Tails. I got it.
Thank Christ! That's it! That's the last of the mission stuff. And now all the mission cards will respawn all over the map so you can do them over again if you ever want to, but I don't want to!
Which character?
We're done with the missions, which means we've now unlocked every single mini-game, quote-unquote, in the game. Screw you, Sonic. I hate Heroes. Yeah, I hated Sonic Heroes too. I know that's probably not what you mean, but I hate Sonic Heroes. He didn't bring me a knife. I just realized that. Right. But we're still technically not done here.
Character? Where do you want to play?
Anywhere other than here. That was odd. That message was filtered. Had to accept it. Oh. I noticed. I think it's that. Yeah, I put a filter on things for potentially problematic content. But I have nothing against that one. Works fine. Alright. But yeah, we're gonna do this because we have the A and B metal emblems to do yet. A little tedious, but that's what this episode is. All the tedium that comes beyond completing the emblems. I don't know what happened there, but I'm not gonna question it. What? You're questioning this. What does that lead me to do? I don't know what happened there. Worked fine that time. Okay, that path that I just went on before the loop. Quick question to all Sonic Adventure players out there. How many times have you clipped through that? This is a legitimate question because I have played this game since 2003. I have heard and seen no ending amount of complaints about that loop that I just passed through, always clipping you through the ground. It has not happened to me once in all the years that I have played this game, among the myriad versions of this game that I have played. Not even once. Happened to me a few times. I mean, I'll take your word for it. I mean, I've seen it. But at the same time, again, I've played this game for years and that's never happened to me. I've tried to make it happen sometimes. I have accomplished nothing. Have you heard of one episode of Arthur where Mr. Ratburn marries a guy? It sounds vaguely familiar. Ratburn Arthur. Why do I remember this and yet not remember this? Happened twice in a row on my first playthrough of the game in 1999. Weird. Well, I have actively tried to activate that glitch and have achieved nothing for my efforts. I'm just saying.
Which character? Where do you want to play?
The same, but faster. Okay. I may not be getting that one glitch that I've been... like the glitch here. I've been not been getting that one, but the one back there, that seems to be fairly consistent for some stupid reason all of a sudden. I don't get that. Still don't get how Metal running on his feet is somehow faster than him using his flight boosters. For that matter, why can't I just fly across the level?
Which character?
Farewell, I must go back to my slumber. Oh, by the way, I'll be on the next live stream. Okay. See you around. Maybe I should say, fare thee well, Chaos Bringer, until we meet again.
Where do you want to play?
Whoosh! Yeah, but with that in mind, I think for the forthcoming week, since I don't have any Let's Plays set up, I might actually do some streaming on Tuesdays and Thursday. Maybe. I'm not sure yet. I'm still thinking about that. There's a lot. I have a lot to think about right now. Something happened this last week that's let's just say that I gotta start doing something with myself, with my life, like sooner rather than later, because I just it just needs to happen. That's all I'm gonna say about it. Which means I'll probably, in the coming year, like maybe not for a while, like maybe not until spring, obviously, I will be away for about a year. And then after that, I don't even know. It's just that life got a little bit more complicated, God, what the hell is wrong with me? Life's getting a little bit more complicated for me, a little more sooner than I might have anticipated. And I don't want to talk about it, so yeah.
Which...
Quit asking me which character. We're only doing this one character.
Where do you want to play?
Whee! Although with that in mind, I'm probably going to have to accelerate a lot of my big projects so that I can get them done before the coming year. Yeah, in the mind of accelerating projects, that
Jump on
means
panel
I'm gonna
number
have to
1. It will take you to panels
take
2
a
and
lot of
3.
time off.
Jump as soon as you land on a panel, or else you'll fall.
I'm gonna take a lot of time off not doing projects in order to get all of said big projects done. If that makes any sense. I have never made a jump like that before. The fact that I even thought to try that is just me being very confident with this game's physics. Which, you know, I can't say it enough how much I love how this game plays compared to basically every other 3D Sonic game. Like Sonic Adventure 2, I'll give a lot of props to for being this, only slightly more polished. Well, a lot more polished. But at the same time, I also just don't like how much it changes in the process of being more polished. I'm not sure how else to really
Which
say that.
where do you want to play?
So, yeah, I don't even know what else to say here. Recently cleared out my YouTube search and viewing history so that I could give it sort of a clean sweep, clean start. Just, you know, clear out my history so that I'm not getting so many recommendations for things that I've already seen. And instead, what it wants to do is it starts showing me random anime stuff. Like those stupid clips of anime stuff. I'm not even sure how to describe it. Just a bunch of random anime clips where, you know, it's just like clips from a certain anime, like, just a bunch of funny or stupid stuff happens, or funny within the context of said anime, when I don't watch anime all that often, all things considered, which makes me wonder what YouTube's algorithms are even thinking half the time. It's just like, yeah, I watch plenty of Gundam, and, you know, Transformers can have some animes at times, but what makes you think I have any interest in an anime where that involves some girl with fox ears and a foxtail living with this decrepit old, well, I mean, he's not that old, but he certainly looks old. He looks like the kind of guy that's harried and harassed all the time. Has a terrible job that demands a little bit too much from him. But what makes you think that after watching so much Gundam that I have any interest in a show about whatever the heck that is? Or, for that matter, random anime clips of people walking in on people in rooms that they shouldn't be in. Why does YouTube think that I want to see these things? I don't care about anime that much. They're all a bunch of tropes. Granted, I could say that about just about anything. That said, not sure yet how to feel about the upcoming build series. Gundam Build Fighters Re-Rise or something or other. I don't know what it's called. I didn't like the previous Build Divers series as it was. And even before that, I didn't really care for Build Fighters Try. Like, the only build series that I care about is the first one. Yeah, on that subject, disappointing shows or series that you've watched lately. Got any? Eh. Reminds me, I should get back to, oh, what was it? Full Metal Panic at some point. Still haven't finished the first series. Don't know what I'm lingering on. It's just like every time I get yay far to a point where things could potentially get interesting, I lose interest again. Anyone here actually played the original Knights? I have a version of it on Steam. I don't know how much of it played of it. I think I've touched it like only once and then just sort of forgot about it. Yeah. I tried, didn't make it past the first level, and never played again. I completely just fouled up everything that I set out to accomplish! I was trying to get the 50 rings so I could finish the level. And then I went and I did that! Brain! What brain? God, I'm so distracted. Got a plate of food in front of me and I kind of want to eat it. I don't have a knife to cut up the chicken with. Alright, well I have 50 rings. It's just not a bother. I'm gonna fall off the board. Fall off the board. Fall off the board. Hurry up and fall off the board. That way. Yeah, the bottom of the board's that way. Just fall off, Sonic. That way, Sonic. That way. There. Go down. What are you doing? Stop that. No. Go down. Oh, wait. Ugh! What is wrong with me? Why would you shake yourself off? Your metal. That stink isn't gonna carry with you. I wouldn't think. God, no. What am I doing? I almost did it again. Where is my brain right now? I've got a plate and food in front of me and I want to eat it.
Where do you want to play?
5 minutes. 5 minutes should be plenty. Here I go. There's been an unexpected delay on my end. There's no more time to waste. Set the timer for 15 minutes. Let's go, Rouge! 5 minutes should be plenty. Here I go. I said 15. Yeah? 5 minutes to get the emeralds, get out, and 10 minutes to escape. Isn't that good enough? I mean, I guess that's the logic behind it, but at the same time, goddamn. Although, to be fair, I don't think I ever, even on my first time, I never really did waste a full 5 minutes. I don't think. I don't remember wasting a full 5 minutes on that mission the first time I played it. What about anyone else? Did anyone else have trouble with the 5-minute time limit? Can't remember. I'm relatively certain that I never had a trouble with the 5-minute time limit. Granted, I could have just gotten lucky on my first time out and just not gotten some of the bullshit locations that emeralds could have showed up in. That's just what I remember from my personal experiences. And then, of course, you know, everyone's also going to go on about how Mad Space and how stupid it was. And I'll grant, if you don't know your first time, that it can be a problem. But I did, because the very first Umbo Chow that I bumped into in that stage tells you that the things are reversed. Still probably took me freaking forever, but at the same time, I didn't actually have trouble with it.
Where do you want to play?
I feel like Metal Sonic should have an iced over texture for this. Okay. What? 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 Wait a minute. What the I was just holding down the charge button there. I don't know where the camera thinks it was going or why. I didn't do anything there. I was just, again, I held down the charge button and the camera just decided, I must go now. My planet needs me.
Be careful not to fall off.
The sort of weird things I'm experiencing with Metal Sonic specifically that I have never experienced anywhere else. Damn. Now, I'm hoping not to trigger that again, but if it happens next time, I am definitely going to be raising some eyebrows here over the veracity of this game's capacity to dick me over. I just said what might as well be a jumble of words. Veracity of the capacity? Like, what does that even mean? Ah! Maybe we can get a velocity
you want
atrocity
to
while we're
play?
at it. Something like that, I would say. Now that's a velocity atrocity.
Use the panel to jump. It may even help guide your way.
So, what was it? 4 minutes? 3 minutes? Finally memorized the ring layout and I still can't get him. Not that it matters, we're in it for the speed, not for the rings. We already did the ring one. Even then, the bare minimum necessitated number of rings is pretty darn low, all things considered. I have more than double the amount that I would need if I were still doing the ring mission. Yeah, I could swear at some point in my life it was possible to get hurt by those things, but I guess not. Now I have 3 times the ring requirement. want food. It's just staring at me.
Which character? Where do you want to play?
Next. A Panic Puppet. Sorry, Twinkle Park. Yeah. I don't subscribe to Some Call Me Johnny's Twitch, but I did catch his subscriber only stream earlier this afternoon. Playing Sonic Robo Blast Card Edition or something like that. Metal Sonic doesn't have any sort of robotized woohoos. That's disappointing. Somehow I've been permanently banned, even though I've never said a word in Some Call Me Johnny's Twitch. That doesn't frickin' make sense. I mean, I can understand for the subscriber-only stuff, but I don't get that. You know what? I want to go back to the topic we had earlier about what the heck happened there? Frickin' monkey! What was the topic I was raising earlier? Alright, Sonic the Hedgehog TV shows and opinions on them. Sonic Saturday AM is one of the few Sonic shows that I can appreciate for what it was and what it did. Regardless of how absolutely loopy and insane that it was. Half because of just how meme-worthy a lot of it is, and half because it's Sonic the Hedgehog and taking it seriously is kind of iffy. Like, I'm sure there's a lot of people who would claim, oh, Sonic the Hedgehog is a truly serious thing with all of its messages about machines and industrialization and how it's evil. And I would just tell you, no, it's about a blue hedgehog booping a man with a big mustache on the schnoz. So trying to watch a show that's trying to take itself too seriously in that regard just does not gel with me. And that's really why I don't care for Saturday AM. That's exactly why I don't like it. That and none of the cast, none of the original cast of Sonic SatAM, except for Bunny Rabbit. I didn't like any of them except for Bunny. None of them really struck any chords with me. Sally especially is the one that, to this day, I cannot wrap my mind around exactly why I utterly dislike her in all respects, every respect. I just, no, I don't, and I have no reason for it other than I don't like her. Watched the whole series of SatAM and didn't understand a single word of English. I wonder my opinion would be if it went back now that I did understand. You know what? I don't know. I'm not gonna speak for you in any respects to that sort of thing. It just, the serious tone, the serious darker tone of SatAM, as well as just me not gelling with any of the characters, is the reason I don't like it. Where the heck were all those bombs coming from?
Where do you want to play?
But yeah, that's my opinion on those two shows. Sonic Underground is a show that I didn't even know about until well after the show's run was long over. And I think I watched like the first 2 episodes on VHS and decided I was not missing anything whatsoever. I mean, it was a bit odd to me, especially since they replaced Jim Cummings as the voice of Robotnik with Gary Chalk, of all people. Gary Chalk. It's difficult for me to accept Gary Chalk as a sinister or villainous character because he was Optimus Prime for the longest time. You know, he played Optimus Primal in Beast Wars and Beast Machines. He played Optimus Prime in Transformers Armada, Transformers Energon, and Transformers Cybertron. It's just like, how can I take the guy who played Optimus as a villain? He just doesn't sound like a villain to me. It's just like, I hear Robotnik being played by Gary Chalk, and the only thought on my mind is, that's just Prime. Yeah. Now, admittedly, I have heard Gary Chalk as a very angry Optimus Primal. Like, I think that's still kind of one of my favorite episodes of Beast Wars is the episode Guerrilla Warfare, where he just gets really pissed off at frickin' everything. He decides to go on a complete rampage against the Predacons because of what they did to him. And I mean, in that sense, I guess he can be a bit sinister. Wait a minute. Did I miss the mark on that?
Where do you want to play?
Son of a... But yeah, Sonic Underground. Nothing lost, nothing gained. The Sonic OVA, on the other hand, I actually... You know, I am very nostalgic for Metal Sonic and any... Well, with the exception of one certain video game, any piece of media that gives him a bit of spotlight is good in my book. So the Sonic OVA gets props there. Voice acting wise, I honestly don't think it's the worst we could have gotten, but at the same time, yeah, I recognize that we've had better. Jump off there. Camera. Sonic X. Ugh. One thing I think can be generally, most universally stated about Sonic X, well, I say generally, is that the Japanese version was better. Like, hands down. There's no two ways about it. Sonic X in Japanese was the better series. If for one freaking reason, live and freaking learn. Like, why in God's green earth? Why on earth would the English version omit that? Like, overall, I will definitely say that the Japanese soundtrack for Sonic X is something that I enjoy a lot more than whatever the heck generic nonsense they had for the English version. But that is one thing very clear that was 100% wrong with the English version. Like, everything else, you can say anything else about every other character and all the other crap that was in Sonic X, like freaking crits. Like, I know there's some people that like him for some reason. I don't. A lot of people don't. I know they don't. But there are some people who are fans of this character in the show. But I just live and learn. During the final hazard fight, they should have had that there. Why would you remove that? There is nothing Japanese about that track. That's an entirely English track from the English game. It was in the game. Before kids know they have to be as wrong as possible. I will also say that I've only ever watched the first 2 seasons of Sonic X in Japanese. I have not watched the 3rd season of Sonic X in either English or Japanese, honestly. Although I do know a couple of things about it, like the Dark Supersonic thing. The thing that set that off was actually a little bit more sinister in the Japanese version than it is in the English version. Because Chris got stabbed in the Japanese version. And that's why Sonic was so upset. It's like, if it were just that punch to the gut, and Chris had been knocked out, Sonic, I would have said Sonic is definitely overreacting, and him turning Dark Supersonic is a stupid thing. But in the Japanese version, Chris got stabbed. Sonic's reaction to that, I think, at that point, would have been justified. Dr. Eggman's reaction to that reaction, on the other hand, can go suck eggs. Because that's just... I'm sorry. Eggman is a bad guy. He's supposed to... And when does he ever... I don't know why he would ever have any inclination to give half a rat's toss about Chris, considering everything else that had happened in the series up to that point. And just the general ethics behind it is just entirely stupid. Eggman, you have done, by all accords, some things that are a lot worse than simply stabbing a person. And you somehow don't condone that. Alright. And as for Sonic Boom, I watched clips of it on YouTube and decided I would rather put my head through garbage disposal than actually watch it.
Watch out for the cars.
Yeah, I hadn't noticed. Still better than the games, though.
Where do you want to play?
Honestly, any and all association with the games is bad enough as far as I'm concerned. Like, is the show better than the games? I cannot even begin to slightly give a micro instance of a shit. I saw what I saw. I didn't like it, and as far as I'm concerned, the entire Boom side of the franchise can go boom. The fact that they call it Sonic Boom, to me, is honestly just trampling over a magnificent song that you just do not ruin by having any association with that stupid show. And with that said, I am glad that Sonic Boom, the theme, was not selected as the theme of Sonic Boom. What happened there? I clearly hit the thing. And I'm also going to be that guy who's incredibly petulant about this as well. I didn't like the Sonic Boom Crush 40 Cash Cash remix either. Fuck it. Die in a fire. Burn it. I hate that remix so much. The original Sonic Boom theme for Sonic CD was the best thing ever. Except no imitations, substitutions, refunds, or any of the sort. The original Sonic Boom is the best. With that in mind, why do I keep saying that? I've got to wean myself off of saying that. I really don't want to keep repeating myself whenever I do this sort of stuff. It's just, it feels so disingenuous, so artificial whenever I say with that in mind or that being said all the time. It just feels wrong. Regardless, the point I'm trying to make. Back to the Sonic OVA. Or, in general.
Which character?
I know, it was brought up earlier, just like favorite part of the Transformers, the movie.
Where do you want to
Which brings
play?
me to think about what is my favorite, favorite instance of a Sonic cartoon or something like that. And with that in mind, I'm gonna have to do something similar to my answer regarding the Transformers the movie, and that is the Metal Sonic activation sequence in the Sonic OVA. Because I am so predictable. Went a little too far there. But yeah, favorite moment in a non-Sonic game media. Any thoughts? Or maybe I should say a non-game Sonic media. I don't know. That's gonna take some thinking time, isn't it? Not gonna blame you. I picked I picked the Metal Sonic instance right off the bat because that's always the first thing that comes to my mind.
Wait.
Again, because I like Metal Sonic and because, well, I like that movie because it has Metal Sonic in it, and because... Can you tell I like Metal Sonic? I went out of my way to get all 130 emblems just so that I could play as this reskin of Sonic as Metal Sonic. I'm also extremely tired, and yeah. Alright, well. Yeah. Actually, I'm also kind of thinking, what can I do to cap this off?
Strong winds will blow you off
Like,
course.
probably
When the
nothing.
ship increases speed, hang on to something.
I'll probably just most likely just end it with whatever my last Metal Sonic mission is. I'm sure there's something else I could do to fill out time, but I'm actually starting to realize how little time I have here. I'm gonna go until this is done, that's all I'm gonna say. Like, even if it takes me past 10 o'clock. Because I want to get this all done and out of the way, as pointless as it is. being as I have all the emblems. And I've unlocked all of the mini games. I'm gonna keep going until everything is done. As awkward as that may end up, as awkward and pointless as that may end up being, I just want to make sure that I have covered every single base possible with this. And who knows, we might get another hilarious glitch. We've gotten a couple already as it is.
Where do you want to play?
Well, if you can't think of favorite instance of non-game Sonic media, what about favorite instances in Sonic game media? Like, that one's kind of hard for me because if it were falling back on my I love Metal Sonic sort of things, I might pick the transformation from Sonic Heroes, but it's exactly because I love Metal Sonic is the reason I actually hate that transformation. No, as cheesy as it is, I think I'm going to pick well, maybe not cheesy, but as, how would I say it? I think one of the Sonic and Chip cutscenes from Sonic Unleashed. Like the one where... Like either... I think the one near the end of the game, specifically the one near the end of the game where they're discussing the fact that Chip has been Light Gaia this whole time and that Sonic has always been true to himself, and that's why he was able to resist the Dark Gaia's influence. And in general, just anything involving Sonic and Chip, whether it be particularly touching or humorous instance, is just something that I really liked about Sonic Unleashed.
To destroy a cannon, aim a rocket into its center when...
Like the unlockable cutscenes that you get from giving Chip enough food and raising your friendship values with him. Like, I'm not sure which one of those I would consider my favorite, but I do like those. I think I think my favorite one has got to be the one where they fight over the meat bun. How did you even get those cutscenes? I had this stats maxed out and never got this thing. You know, I can't remember the exact thing. I think you're supposed to give him very... I think you're actually supposed to give him very specific food items while you're in the place that those foods would come from. I am not sure about that. I just remembered that I unlocked them all by sort of doing something like that. I don't remember the exact way I managed to unlock it, but that's my best guess. It's gonna be 10 o'clock here in a couple of minutes, so my alarm will probably go off here very soon, assuming my phone is charged. Yeah. What the heck?
Use the switch to light up the wall panels. You can walk on those panels when lit.
Right. I really do not... Oh, here it is. I was about to say, I don't even know where my phone is, so I don't know where to turn to when it goes off. But with that said,
Which character?
with that said, I have to really stop saying with that said. Ah! All right. I'm gonna take a break to go to the bathroom and feed the cats. When we come back, we're going to finish this.
Choose the sound test. Listen to the cool game music.
So, be right back. Ugh. Alright, time to freaking end this. Wait a minute. Something just occurred to me.
What do you want to play?
Okay, no, there are no emblems for the mini games. So I'm just gonna get the rest of Metal's emblems.
Where do you want to play?
Two more to go. Come on. Let's put an end to this cleanup and get it over with. Stupid camera. Stop, camera, stop! Behave and go. Come on.
Which cap?
Shut up, Big. You only have one thing that we have left to do.
Play?
Final egg. Final mission, final emblem. 4 minutes and 30 seconds. Let's do this! So that we can say that the cleanup, as far as all attainable things in this game are concerned, is over. Come on. Metal. Slow motion.
Final A. Level 2 isolation wall open.
Cheaping, I'm so cheaping out. You know, I've never watched... I'm not the type of person to watch speedruns, like professional super speedrun stuff for Sonic games. But it does kind of make me curious as to whether or not I'm actually doing this as quickly as I am capable of doing, or whether or not there's certain shortcuts that I'm missing. Because, you know, I've played this game so many times and been so thorough with it in every instance that I do play it that it hardly ever occurs to me sometimes that the routes that I think are best are actually the best. Orbital velocity achieved. I remember watching a tool-assisted speedrun of like Metal Harbor once, out of curiosity, and it was the phrase "holy moly" came up a lot. Like the amount of abuse you can get out of the bounce bracelet. We are done! Is absurd if you know the right ways to utilize the bounce bracelet, which is one thing I can hold in Sonic Adventure 2's favor over Sonic Adventure 1. Jesus Christ! You have all of Sonic's emblems, we have all of Tails' emblems, we have all of Knuckles' emblems, we have all of Amy's emblems, we have all of E102's emblems, we have all of Big's emblems. We have all the Adventure Field emblems, we have all the minigame emblems, we have the Chow Race emblems, we have the ending emblems, and now we finally have all the inconsequential, but nevertheless, programmed into the game, Metal Sonic emblems.
Which cap?
Every single
When
1.
do you want to play?
For Emerald Coast, Windy Valley, for Casinopolis, Ice Cap, Twinkle Park, Speed Highway, Red Mountain, Skydeck, Lost World, Final Egg, we have all of them. And despite the fact that there are several sub-games that were rewarded with some emblems for
What
Sonic,
do you want to play?
little Sonic doesn't get any. And while we could, potentially, possibly, maybe, play one of these, like the Twinkle Circuit or something like that, which is exactly the same as Sonic's, so it's even more boring. We're done. The cleanup is complete. We no longer have to be here. We no longer have to do anything. This game is 100%.
Which character?
We're done. Finito. End. Disengage. Over. With that all said and done, I don't know what next week's stream is going to be. I have to get caught up on Tomb Raider before I can even get back to that, because the last time I left off in Tomb Raider, I was actually replaying the game so that I could get some more ammo and be a lot more ready for the levels that I had coming up at the very end of the game. And it's some of the trouble that I ran into trying to do some of those levels over again is obnoxious as fuck. Believe me. So, I don't know what next weekend's stream is going to be. I might just do some Xeonic Front streams throughout the week, as I suggested earlier. But who knows? Anyway, as is, thanks absolutely everyone for watching, for bothering to watch, I suppose, since this was a very, I guess, pointless stream. Being as this was all a bunch of stuff that I did out of arbitrarity or... yeah, that's a stupid way of saying it. Either way, just a bunch of stuff that I did because I could. Just to say that I truly completed Sonic Adventure. As always, link to my Twitter below somewhere in the description, wherever. You can see it right there on the stream screen itself. RCFS and out.